Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Once again, it's been a hot minute. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing a sit down video, and basically what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be reacting to what my fans think about me. It's basically like an assumptions video. Basically my fans will be like, I assume this about you, or I basically think this about you, and I'm kind of just gonna talk about it and maybe I'll determine whether or not I agree or not. A lot of people, honestly, for like the past year have had a lot to say when it comes to me doing sit down videos, whether that's a Q&A, assumptions video, or a life update, or honestly just anything that involves me sitting here and talking. For that reason, I've kind of been avoiding doing those types of videos because obviously they're not getting the best feedback. But at the same time, I'm gonna begin like ignoring that, because when I look at my views, my sit down videos have so many more views than my vlogs do. I'm not saying by any means that everything is about views, but at the end of the day on social media, people are going to do what gets the most views. That's kind of the point of it. So if people watch my sit down videos the most, why would I not do them? And if anything, hopefully because they get more views, it would drive more people to watch my channel, and that way the videos that I love to do, which are vlogs, more people could start watching those as well. Because I truthfully feel like I love doing vlogs so much, but I put so much time and effort into them, and not as many people watch them, which is so upsetting and unfortunate to me. So for all of you guys who are watching this video right now, which there are going to be more of you than there typically are, watch my vlogs. I'm telling you, they are so much better. I make them so aesthetically pleasing and interesting to watch. Like, I promise that it'll entertain you, it'll inspire you in some ways. Like, I really try hard on my vlogs, and they are personally my favorite videos. So coming from like a young girl, I would watch those if I were not me. So in general, if you're watching this video right now and you don't watch my vlogs, you need to go do that, because I'm telling you, you'll enjoy your time. But let's go ahead and see what my fans think about me. Dude, I'm so sick and tired of this hater. They comment this on every single thing. It's so interesting. I'm not like offended by it or anything, but they say that I'm poor looking. What else did they say? They said that you have to shop in a thrift store to get your clothes, which, why would that matter? Like, if someone has to buy their clothes from a thrift store, why would you hate on them? Everyone in this life is just trying to make it out there. So I feel like that's not only like an insult to me, it's literally an insult to people in general. So you're not a people person. And second of all, I don't understand the whole I look poor looking thing. Again, I'm not offended. I think it's kind of comical. But this person, they be stalking me, because every time I post something, like a question thing on Instagram, they say that. They say so many other things too. They're always just like, you're so poor looking, like the way you look, it looks like you have no money. I just don't understand what that means. So if you want to DM me and kind of elaborate, and maybe we can figure this out, so like maybe you can feel better about your day. If you're watching this video right now, I don't know why I'm so poor looking. If you want to have a conversation and kind of figure out, like, you know, why you're thinking that, if there's anything I could say to like fix your mentality a little bit, anything I could change about myself to make you feel better, just DM me. At this point, it's a personal matter. We can deal with this on our own. That's so crazy. Somebody says that I miss high school. Sometimes I do, a little bit. I don't even think it's that I miss high school. I think I miss going to school in person, because there's just no other feeling of like having to get up early in the morning, like being able to pick out your outfit, like getting ready, just having that guaranteed human interaction every day. You guys don't understand the way that I work. This is like so weird, honestly, but college doesn't start for another month, and I have been itching. Like, I have been itching, and like, I don't know what to do. Like, if I don't get a school assignment that's due tomorrow night, like, I'm gonna freak out. I'm such a school person. I love doing assignments, and I don't even think it has to do with the school part of it. I just love completing tasks, and I love staying organized, and I love just having that, like, that thing to do where I can work and get things done and feel so accomplished. Like, I itch for that feeling. I love it so much. So I wouldn't say that I miss high school. I think just right now in my life, I kind of miss school. Talk to me like while spring semester is going on, and I won't. I'm usually fed up by then. I don't really think there's much about high school that I miss. I mean, I definitely miss having kind of like those school friendships with people, obviously, but it's been so long since then. So like, I've maintained the friendships that are necessary to maintain. But I do miss like the events and stuff, like football games and stuff, like those were always fun to go to. I really only attended stuff like my freshman and sophomore year, but my senior and junior year, like I went to homecoming. I hated the dances, but like getting ready for it was so fun, and like getting pictures with my friends. Like obviously I miss things like that, but like high school in general, you couldn't pay me to go back. I got bullied all the time. And I didn't even go to high school my junior and senior year, so there's really not much to miss. I don't miss high school, I just miss education right now, which it'll be coming soon, so stay tuned because I want to make so many school videos this year. Somebody says they assume that I have a high body count, which I'm going to go ahead and say I don't, because I can count them on one hand. So that's all you need to know, but it's not high. The next assumption is that I'm not traditional. I would say that it's not a fact. Like I would literally do anything to be a stay-at-home mom. So in ways like that, I kind of follow like traditional roles of like the man taking care of the family and the women like taking care of the kids. Like I love it. I wish I could have that life, and maybe I will one day, but I do believe in like women being independent today and stuff. Like I absolutely love that. But when it comes to like the family type role, I love traditional roles. Love it. Other than like the family aspect of it, I would say there are some like other situations where maybe I don't follow like traditional roles, but for that one, please let me be a stay-at-home mother one day. That's my dream. Someone assumes that I wish my life was different at times, like being shown on YouTube at a young age and etc. I would say this is true. Maybe not so much at the age that I'm at now, but back in the day, I would have literally done anything to not have to kind of go through that. I think it was just definitely like certain ages. Like I feel like I have kind of discussed this a lot, that like at age 14, 15 and 16, like I hated being on social media, but I was also like a growing teenager. So that's when like things started to matter to me. Like boys started to matter, like how I was perceived mattered. Like I thought about myself more intensely and stuff. So I just kind of always felt like YouTube was something that I felt insecure about. And I mean, I feel like that's probably also a factor because I got picked on for doing it. So it definitely, you know, made me think bad things about it. And I also just think there were experiences that I had in my life where I was like, oh, I wish I was just like my friend, like a normal person. Like no one would look at her like she's somebody different. Like I always kind of felt like the outlier. I felt very, very out of place in some situations because it was like all my friends and stuff could do whatever they wanted without having to like worry about their reputation or worry about it like getting out somewhere. Like every time I made choices when I was young and like people recorded stuff of me or like something, I always had extra thoughts than the average person would, because I was just very worried about my personal things getting out on social media, which they did. All kinds of stuff like that always used to happen to me. So I think at that age, it did really, really suck. And I wish my life was different at that time. I'm kind of at an age now where, you know, I have free right and will to do literally whatever I want to. So if certain things did get out to social media, it's kind of like at that point, it's like, what are y'all gonna do about it? Like, it's just different being this age now, because I'm not afraid of any aspect of myself, like getting out. It's just a very different feeling today. I mean, obviously I still want like respect and personal space and to have like things that are just my own that are not public, and I feel like sometimes it is a little bit of a struggle like that. Like when I'm in a relationship, people have a lot of questions and stuff. I would just say in general, like because I am more of like a private person, I think that I've had many moments where I wish YouTube wasn't a factor, but again, like now that I'm older, I'm not worried about it as much as I was when I was younger. I assume that you regret not going out of state to college. I remember your dreams of college in New York City. I did really, really want to go to college in New York, or I even wanted to go to like U of M or like a nicer school, because I did try really, really hard in high school. I had a really high GPA. Like I definitely could have gotten into some great colleges and stuff like that. Do I regret it though? Absolutely not, because I will graduate college with absolutely no debt. I've been able to very easily like pay my tuition off every single year, and I've had no problems like financially. Like I would be freaking out if I was in debt right now. And I mean, I understand that's like a lot of people experience that, and like that's normal. Like a lot of people get college debt and stuff, but I'm just very glad that I chose to do like online college and stay home, because like financially it is just so much better for me. And I just appreciate that like I won't have to worry about like paying debt off later in life. I think it would have been like a fun experience to like go to a different college and like stay in the dorms and stuff like that. Like it would be so fun, and like yes, I did miss out on that experience, but I just think I am not built for a lifestyle like that, for one, and like two, I kind of set myself up where I couldn't do that. Like I have 4 cats and stuff, like I needed to live at home no matter what. No matter what route I ended up choosing, at the end of the day, I'm going to get to the same point at the end. So I'm glad that I did it this way. I assume that you want to quit social media, but you were afraid to disappoint people. I'd say that the first part of that is somewhat true, and the second part of it is not true at all. When it comes to me doing social media, which I don't want this to sound selfish in any way, but like if I'm ready to quit, I'm going to quit. I know that for some people, like my viewers and stuff, like it's going to feel very unfortunate, but like if I get to a point in my life where I'm kind of like I'm ready to take the next step, like I know that my real fans would be like supportive of that, and they would understand that I'm ready to do like bigger and better things and stuff. So I'm not really afraid to like disappoint anyone. I mean, like I know to some people like it'll be really upsetting, but if I need to move on from this, like I'm gonna move on from it. I'm not gonna hold back to like, you know, please other people, which sounds kind of bad. I don't mean it in a bad way. It's just more of kind of like when my life is heading in a better direction, like it will, and that'll happen naturally. It happens for everybody. I have had a lot of conversations recently about quitting social media, not currently, but like soon into the future-ish. Like, I don't know, this is such a difficult conversation because I don't really know what I plan on doing. I'm not really planning on quitting like right now, but it is just getting very, very hard for me to do. I've just been doing it for such a long time that it kind of feels draining sometimes, and I don't feel like afraid to admit that, and I feel like a lot of you guys could understand it. Like I feel like a lot of influencers and stuff today, it's like they're just getting started and they'll have so many ideas and stuff like that, but like I've been doing this for 14 years. Like sometimes it just gets really difficult. It gets exhausting to do because it's like, how many times could you do the same thing over and over and over again? I have definitely had those thoughts, but at the same time, like I need a job, and this is my job right now, and I don't see myself like getting another job until like I at least graduate college. So if I could put a timeline on it, I would assume it'll be when I get a job after college. I think that would be the time that I'm ready to stop, which is really sad because that's in like 2 years. But you honestly never know. Maybe I could do it for 5 more years or 10 more years. Like you really don't know, but right now I'm mentally gonna say like 2 more years. You thought your last relationship was the one. I still do. You have tried more than weed. That is not a fact. I've only smoked weed. If I did any other drug, I literally think I would like die on spot. I just have so much anxiety. Like if I tried like shrooms or anything like that, like I'd be gone in a heartbeat. So, and I don't even like smoking weed because that gives me anxiety. So trying any other more intense drug, I am out. Like drugs are not for me. Honestly, alcohol is not for me at all. I literally never ever drink. It's not easy for me to do. Drugs, anything that alters the way my brain feels, I physically can't do because of my anxiety, so I keep clear of drugs completely. This one is funny. You wouldn't mind getting rid of the dogs. I would say I don't want to get rid of them. Like I don't have an issue with them or anything. I think like if I had responsibility to take care of them, I'd probably be like, I don't want this responsibility. But like thankfully my parents have been like understanding that I have 4 pets of my own, so when it comes to like cleaning up dog poop or other stuff like that, like I don't do anything to help take care of my dogs because I literally have 4 cats of my own. Like my mom doesn't clean my cat poop, my dad doesn't clean the cat poop. Like I said my cat poop, it's not mine, it's theirs. I would actually say like here and there, like my mom will help out like little stuff, and I help out as well. Like when my parents aren't home, I feed the dogs and I let them out and stuff like that. But more so kind of what I'm trying to say is like there's no responsibility for like my parents to take care of my cats and me to take care of my dogs, and I think they're cute. Like I play with them every once in a while. Like I don't want to get rid of them. That's crazy. I assume you have your life together and know what you want. I'm gonna answer this one quickly. I would say I would like to think I have my life together. I think I'm doing the best that I can at 19 years old right now. I think I make really good choices and like I'm on a good path of kind of like who I want to be as a person. But I would say I don't have my stuff together as much as like I would like. I'd like to kind of be better at my job obviously, but like I explained to you guys, it's kind of hard, and I just wish I was more on top of like certain things. But you know, I'm growing, I'm learning, and I mean if I feel this put together and like on a good path at this age, like I know I will be amazing in a few years. Like just give me some time. But I wish I was doing better, but I think I'm doing good enough, if that makes sense. Good as good as I can, not good enough. I don't want to say enough. As good as I can. That you were not close with Chase. That is actually wrong. Out of all of my siblings, I am closest with Chase. I would assume it's because we're closest in age and we do currently live together. yeah, we have become like really close in like the past couple of years, and like we don't argue or fight anymore. Like if anything, like he literally, before I started filming this video, he was in here for like an hour and we were just like talking, and it feels really good to actually have like a relationship with one of my siblings, because you know, they're boys, I'm the only girl, so I feel like in ways like it's a little hard to have a relationship with them, but me and my brother have been doing really good at like creating a strong bond, if that makes sense. Someone says you have social anxiety. So this is really weird. I don't have social anxiety unless I'm around certain people. I don't know why. Certain people give me social anxiety and certain people don't. I don't really know how that works. Like, I'm a very social person when I'm in public. Like, I can easily talk to strangers. Like, I can have conversations with people. Like, I have no problem with it. But there are certain people in life that give me social anxiety, and like I don't know how to fix it. I just have anxiety around certain groups of people, and I'm really working on that, because I think I'm a great communicator, and then when I'm around certain people I can't communicate at all, and like that's not me being able to show my true self. So honestly, if you have any tips on how to fix that, please let me know, because I'm sick and tired of it. You have nice toes. I think so. All right, I've been getting this question so much, and I've honestly been avoiding it. I don't really know why I've been avoiding it, because like it's not that big of a deal. Like, I don't feel uncomfortable to talk about it or anything like that. But the question is that you have an eating disorder. I've been very open about my health journey and my eating issues and stuff like that, so I feel like based off of me like talking about that, that's kind of where like people have gotten this assumption from, or I have lost a lot of weight like in the past couple of years and stuff like that, so I assume that maybe it has been noticeable or something like that. But goodness, I've gotten this question like a million times for the past like 4 months. Honestly, I see it nonstop, and I'm just gonna stop avoiding it because I know people are going to keep asking. But yes, I do have a lot of issues with eating. I have been working on it a lot, which is really good. I did talk about it in therapy. I don't really think therapy helped. I think what's mostly helping is kind of like the changes that I'm making and stuff like that. The best way that I can explain it is I get a lot of anxiety when it comes to food, when it comes to eating and everything like that. I've noticed there's like a lot of specific things that kind of like trigger that, like when food is getting cooked, like the smell really affects my anxiety. It's so interesting because like I never used to be that way. I don't really know where this came from, or even like seeing certain things like uncooked meat, I'm not a big fan of. It makes me feel sick. Obviously those things have been very hard for me. Like when I'm literally in a car with food, like I have to roll the windows down because I can't stand to be in a vicinity with food that smells. I can't stand the smell of it. But kind of like the mental and like my body process that it kind of goes through is whenever it comes like time to eat or like food is in discussion, like I get so much anxiety to the point where it affects the way my entire body feels. And when I eat, I feel very badly, which you guys know kind of like my health journey and stuff like that. For a long time, like I thought I had like an internal problem, like maybe Crohn's disease or something like that. The whole time it has really just been anxiety towards food, which is very interesting. So every time I eat, I get a very terrible stomach ache, which obviously gears me away from wanting to eat at all. So I do not eat as much. And because I've kind of been like going through this, like I get triggers towards certain foods, like I avoid those foods like totally. And right now my biggest thing is like meat. I used to really only eat like chicken. I'm really struggling to even continue eating chicken right now. It's just very interesting, and it's something that's very hard for me to get through because it's all mental. It all really like takes over my brain, and once I can figure out to like rewire my brain to like think better about everything, like I'll be better. I would say some days it's definitely worse than others. Like there can be days where like I literally don't eat anything at all because I physically can't, and then there can be days where like I can eat like 3 meals and I feel completely fine. Like it's a very bumpy road. But kind of what I've been working on more so recently is like really focusing on eating healthy, because I feel like it's kind of the foods that are bad for me that really affect me the most. Like obviously I can get stomach aches from bad stuff, and that'll make my anxiety get super high. So I've really been focusing on eating like really healthy stuff. Like right now, I actually made this decision today that I'm going to stop drinking pop and find like healthier alternatives and stuff like that. Like I feel like if I really changed the course of my diet, that could potentially help. So I definitely think that's all I have to say about that subject. I feel like it's definitely something that I could talk about for like a really long time, and I'm very capable of being like open about it and stuff, because I know like I have a platform, and I know that there's people out there who potentially watch me who could be going through, you know, the same thing. A lot of people have eating disorders out there, like no matter what type it is, like it all affects you very badly. And I mean, I know how it feels and stuff. It's really tough. But what I will say is you guys don't have to worry. Don't worry, please. I'm doing very good. Like I'm working on it. It'll get better, like I promise you. I know that there is good things coming at the end of this. I hope that answered all the questions you guys kind of have about that, because I have literally been getting that question more than any other question recently. And I know curiosity kills the cat. Like so many people are curious about it. So I just thought like if I don't feel uncomfortable sharing it, like I might as well, because so many of y'all are wondering, so might as well clear the air. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you learned something about me today. It's very interesting to hear what people think about me. There's a lot of mean things on here that I really don't bring up. Like people think I'm spoiled and a brat and mean and just like all that stuff. And like I don't even feel the need to sit here and defend myself on that stuff, because like I know who I am as a person. I know I'm not like that. And those of you out there who actually support me and like me don't think those things. I think those people honestly just like show up on my Instagram and just say that stuff and then dip. So like I'm not gonna bore the nice, kind people on here about explaining why I'm not spoiled and a brat. That actually just gave me an idea. I've done this before. I've responded to like hate comments that I get a lot, and I kind of want to do that again, because I get so many hate comments. People say such mean stuff to me, and I love to talk about it, honestly. So if you want to see another hate comment video, let me know, because I will do that. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and let me know what kind of videos you guys want to see. I will be posting more vlogs, and y'all better watch them, because I swear they are so good. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.